For some people, they see that as a celebration, but it's more than just a celebration. It is a work ethic that you and your dad have developed over the years.
Yeah.
And I'd love to hear about that.
Man, so my dad, just like, the more I think about him, like, the more I get emotional.
It's okay, man.
It's,
I got emotional when you said it in the cage. I was cage side blowing back the tears like,
bro,
wow, man.
I'm just sweating right now, but they might come.
That's
So,
all right.
like my dad, he doesn't have, your parents don't have to support you, right? That's what we don't understand. Like sometimes we tend to forget your parents don't have to do shit for you. They don't have to, there's not a law to saying parents have to support you. My dad goes so beyond that I think about him every time I train. Like I think about him when I fight. I think about it before the fight. That part is because I know that he's worried about the money, right? I got to worry about the money. But it's so much deeper than what people understand because like he was just here before we got on this phone. Like he was just here.
Oh
right?
man, it would have been great to talk to him.
Bro, he was just here. In the morning, he comes by because I'm up at 5 o'clock. I'm either training or I'm teaching people. He stops by, and his excuse to stop by because he doesn't like to show emotion. I just want to see. I don't want to see if you put your trash out. I just want to see if you're upbeat. But he works like not even 2 minutes away. He just wants to come by and talk. So we talk. We see each other all the time.
Yeah.
He does everything a dad should do. I mean, it's just like I owe him everything, fam. Like I could have gone to Thailand. I could go to these other gyms and live there. And I probably would be somewhere else, with more fights and blase. But for a period of time, man, when my mom and dad got divorced, dad and I didn't talk like at all. And it wasn't his fault. He was sending letters and stuff. But, when you go through a divorce, the parents are still, still a lot of menace there, if you will. And so I didn't have a relationship for like 7 years with my dad, 6.5 years. And I feel like that kind of actually helped our relationship. It made our relationship stronger. Like I know how much I need him. And even at 32 years old, I need my dad. And I'm not scared to say it. I don't care what anyone says, Like the guy knows so much. He has taught me so much. Like if I would have just listened to him and his advice when I was like 12 and 11,
come on now.
Listen to the old people talk, I'd probably be a millionaire, but that's neither here nor there. But I'm just blessed that the dude is still here. The thing is he works so much, man. Yeah. And he's now 61, and he's one of those old guys who's like, doctors, I don't need the doctor.
Oh,
but he has insurance. He's a 30-year vet, so he's that guy.
Yeah.
And I keep telling him every day, Dad, could you please go get a checkup and go get checked for COVID?
You're worried about him.
Yeah. He tries to, he doesn't want his kids to worry about,
Right.
I'm okay, I'm good, But what he doesn't understand is, I'm not trying to be mean, but essentially it's kind of selfish, It's like, Dad, if I lose you right now, it's like, what would that do for me and my sisters, Well, we don't want to lose you to a COVID, like, just for not getting a checkup. Now, I understand from what I know is they don't have a cure right now, but it would be better to
it's gone or something.
Well, it would be better to know if you need to, probably take some medicine or something, do something, It's just better to know if you're okay or not, But he's an old, hardworking dude. Yeah, dude. He goes to the thrift store, dollar stores, and buys the old Jose shirts and stuff. He's that guy,
It's simple living, man. It's simple living that gets you through.
Exactly. Yeah, dude, I love it. And I'm the same way. I just do it in a different way, right? He that's how he's simple. My simple is I like to do the same. I like to work out. I like to be in the gym. That's my time to. That's what makes me Peter, I believe. So I'm simple as well. It's just as a kid, like he would do things, and I don't know if you went through this, but
Okay.
for me, being biracial as a kid was so hard.
It was
extremely hard.
it
Like,
was
because as a kid, man, it's especially as a male, because
yeah
my dad explained this perfectly. As a female, you're beautiful.
yeah
And men and women really, as long as you're beautiful, you can kind of get away with stuff. But
yeah
I wasn't my sisters. I was a mixed kid and a mixed boy with my dad, who's pure white, right? He would take me to school, and kids would look at me and look at him, and I would,
oh yeah
it's like, and then it's not, and then it's, you don't know if you're supposed to hang out with the white kids, or you don't know if
yeah
you're black enough to hang out with the black kids. So then it's like, well, shit, well, now what do I do? And as a kid, when you're already dealing with like, what is that? You're trying to, what is that? When you don't know who you are,
yeah you're trying to assimilate with somebody,
yeah.
you know.
So then I just was like, you know what? I'm just going to do sports. And I just went really hard into sports, because then everyone in there was a different color. And especially in Killeen, Texas, man.
Mhm.
I was in Houston for a little bit, but I spent most of the time in Killeen. Killeen is a melting pot. We got Fort Hood, Orange Base here. So everyone here is mixed. And then I made it a little easier. But yeah, that's part of the reason why I started fighting too, man, is I had this built up hatred. Not hate. Well, no, I guess. Well,
Yeah,
a chip on the shoulder. Yeah.
You know what? And it's crazy that we can identify, you and I don't think we've ever had this conversation, but that is an identifier for me. You know, my mother was white. My mom who's white, my dad is black.
The other way around, okay.
And I grew up the same way you did. And I think that the way that we were able to assimilate was because my mom and my dad were both military in the Navy. And so and I grew up on military bases. So for one, you didn't have friends that stuck around very long because everybody was getting shipped out. And then two, you had people from all different ethnicities and countries. So it didn't matter. You were just lucky to have a friend.
Yeah.
You know, and
so hit it on the head. You hit it on the head with the whole moving thing.
You know, but
a lot of people don't understand. That's hard. That's
it was tough. Yeah, it was tough because, you know, I didn't know who to hang out with. Like, the white kids said, you're not white enough to hang out with us. The black kids said, you're not black enough to hang out with us. So I couldn't go shoot hoops with the fellas. Hey, man, you know, get off the court. And then when it came, you know, to talk to the ladies, they're like, oh, no, you know, you're not all the way white, so I can't holler at you. And it was like,
and baseball, T-ball, I don't know about, but when I played Little League, I was big into baseball before football. We grew up on baseball. My sister got a college softball scholarship in high school. She went to TSU. So we were big baseball fans. And that was the hardest, being the only black kid on the T-ball team for the minor league team. That was the hardest, man.
Yeah.
It's like, what? But I was the fastest.
Okay.
So, I mean, I kind of made up for it somehow.
Yeah, you did. And they want to know how can I be as fast as you? And that was your way in. And, you know, whatever tool it took to assimilate with somebody else was great, you know. But I'm with you. I played soccer, and I was too small to play football. When I was younger, I was too small to play football, you know. And when I moved to Texas, played a little semi-pro for a couple of years, got lit up.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got a little size now. I don't see where the small is at.
Oh, no. I don't know where this was at when I was, like, in my teens. It wasn't there.
Bill, but isn't that the thing, though, man? With I'm 32 now. I just turned 32, and the strongest I've ever been. I've never squat this much, bent this much. So when people say, you know, I feel primal I feel great at 32. I feel like I'm stronger than I was in my 20s. And cliches it may seem, it's the truth. It's really the truth, especially if you keep up with your health.
Maturity is coming in. That muscle maturity is coming in.
Yeah. It's like your body and your mind align. And when they align, man, that's when you're really dangerous, you know?
You know, you said something really interesting. You're 32. You feel better now than you did when you were younger. Think about your dad. If that happens. But, I mean, if you think about it, you're 20, you're feeling good. But you're 32, you feel even better. You know your body. And then you have your dad who's like, I don't want to go to the doctor. And just imagine how much better he feels.
I see.
If that progression keeps going.
I see.
He's probably in the best shape of his life that he's ever been in.
And he says that, man, and he actually moves like that. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He sweats hard. He's like, he actually has a six pack, and if he wanted to go run and stuff like that. No, I mean, it's not defined, but you can see the pack, you know. It's he sweats all day long. He works at a door plant, right?
Yeah.
And he builds doors, and when he's not building doors, we go mow lawns. We're fixing up the houses. He just bought a new house, so we had to move. And he's doing all this stuff pretty much on his own. My stepmom doing nothing. She's standing, look beautiful. But that's it. My dad does all the moving. And so to be 60, man.
Yes.
That dude, he moves. He moves. He's in shape. He's in shape.
Is that the motivator for you? Because
not even a question. It's not even.
You know where you're at in life, man. You're on this platform that's known around the world as Glory Kickboxing, but yet your foundation is your dad. That's your how does that help you navigate through life right now?
Oh man, I keep it simple. I just make him proud. Yeah, that's it. Like I don't have to worry about the fans. I don't have to worry about appeasing them. I know if I work hard, and I know my dad, I've known him for 32 years. If I apply that type of energy to my craft and it makes him happy, then I'm doing something constructive and it's going good. Right. So then I'm already appeasing the fans. They just want to see someone go out there and fight. So he's the driving tool. I don't care what anyone says, how corny or like, grow up. No, man, that is, at one point, at some point, your parents aren't going to be able to take care of themselves. I'm not going anywhere. Like, I'm going to wipe my dad's ass. I don't care. Like, if he has to move in with me, he's moving in with me. It's not even a question. Like,
that's amazing.
Oh, he's not going to a nursing home. Absolutely not. No, there's no way. I mean, what I live like 10 minutes away from him. That looks so bad. No, dude, I can take care of my dad. I don't need anybody else. No, dude. He wouldn't even want to do that. He wouldn't want to go to a nursing home. Yeah. He's not that guy. I'm gonna help him. He's not gonna ask for help. I'm already gonna know he's gonna need help. And you look, man. To be a realist, it's coming up. Sir. That the time that he's gonna have to dial it back is coming up. I've never been around 70-year-olds, but the way that he's been working since he's 13 until now, I'm surprised he's still working the way he does. So I know that day's coming. And I'm not going to Thailand. I'm not going to Amsterdam, dude, because I know, if I move over there, dude, I get to fight and stuff, but it's not like my dad is bigger than fighting to me. I don't care. Like, fighting is awesome. It's awesome, but dude, my dad is bigger than fighting's always going to be here. Regardless of if I'm fighting or coaching or just training, I'll be in the game. I've already built it before. I want to be there. I don't know. I'm like, I love the shit out of my dad, Yeah. If I can do whatever I'm not going to be able to do what he did the way he did it. Yeah. But I can do it differently and still try to set the bar for my son. Because I want kids, man. Like, I want more kids, That's what drives me, dude. I want to be able to provide for a family. I'm, from like 25 or from like 22-ish to 27-ish, it's all about the glory, the lights. You get the girls love, but when you get about 30, 33-ish, man, you want to make checks to provide for a wife and to like take care of your kids. Stability. It has literally nothing to do with anything else but like wanting to take care of a family. Like being a provider that's what my dad did, so that's what I'm gonna do. I just gotta do it differently, and I will. He's a driving force for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, I got him tattooed on me. Like I have his initials. Yeah. I don't know if you can see, but those are his initials. Okay. Yeah, I'm PJS5, he's PJS4. So
it's crazy that you showed that tattoo, and because right here you have the Roman numerals. I don't know if you can see the 1, the X. So it's 12. Fire. So the Roman numeral for 12 was when I met my dad for the first time. Because they were divorced when I was 3 months old. They were separated when I was 3 months old.
Oh, so you went through that too.
Yeah, I went through that too. My mom remarried, but I was 12 the first time that I met my dad. And then, he was murdered when I was 13. So he was murdered a year later. And so that's why I put the tattoo there to remind me of when I first met my dad. It was probably one of the best summers I had with him. And he was just that lovable guy, man, who just wore a smile. He rocked the green eyes, man, and just people loved to be around him. And so like you, we put that on us because our pastor of our church said there's one thing is for sure. Death is 100% success rate. It's coming for us all. Yeah. You know, you can't fight it. And so when our dads or our loved ones are gone, you know, what better way to carry on their legacy with something like this or a podcast or something that we can always go back to.
Yeah. Something you can always look at, man. Like when you're tired or something. Like when I take a break, I sit in a chair just like this. My hands are like this, and I can see it's aesthetic. It's right there. It's like in my face while my head is down. I look at my arm, and this is no bullshit, yo. I look at my arm, and I stand back up, and I go right back to work.
That's like awesome.
It's like it's just like that. Like it's literally just like this. I'm like, oh shit, yo, I got to. And then I think about him being in the sun right now because it's like 100 degrees, and it
is hot out here.
He's building doors, yo, or metal doors. You know, he comes home. He comes because I see him after practice or when he comes off of work before I go train. Right. I see him and he looks drained, yo. You know, just then he looks 61. So it's like, oh shit.
And so, you know, we go back to that moment when you're in the cage and you're in the corner, or you're feeling as drained as he looks after a long day, and you look at your tattoo and you say, okay, let's end this fight now.
Yeah.
And I still keep going back to that, man. When you won, you walked to the cage and you said, Dad, we did it. And it was the most realist, life-giving moment ever.
Yeah.
You know? And when your dad, for the first time, your dad came in the cage, and I put the picture up of you and your dad. He had the belt, and he was smiling ear to ear.
Yeah, it's a genuine smile. You know, he's not, man, he's just not like that. So when it comes on his, you know, when he actually shows a smile, you know, and he's showing all of his teeth, it's genuine. And that feeling is like what it's about. So to do what you love to do, and then you got the person you love in there with you at the same time, man. Mm-hmm. Yo, I know he's proud of me at this point. So it's not about the fighting no more. It's literally not about wanting to physically hurt another man. It's something so much deeper now. It's like, I don't even know if I can explain it right now because I'm still so into this depth of fighting that it's hard to explain because like I'm still digging deeper. I'm still finding out more about myself. You know, I'm growing physically, like mentally I'm learning more about the game right now, you know, and they say you master something, you have to master something, but that's ironic because that would mean something's perfect and there's only one perfect being. And you can't master anything. So you have to trick your mind into thinking you can. So you're out there every single day hitting the bag, throwing the lead hook, making sure your knuckles come up, elbows straight out, keeping your chin tucked. You got to do that every day. You never master it. We just say it, right? You can't master it. That's perfection. There's no such thing. So that irony actually keeps me going because I want to throw the best lead hook. I want to be able to throw a very technical head kick. I want to be able to do that. So it's just a chain of events, you know. You got to stay motivated to do that, you know.
Yeah. Well, you have a seminar coming up here pretty soon, I think, this weekend,
man.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited, yo. I'm
excited.
I mean,
what are you more excited about? Are you more excited about teaching or hearing people's stories and helping them go further in whatever their dreams are and their aspirations are?
Oh, man. It has to go hand in hand because most of these people, they've never, you know, they're not real, you know, fighters. They just train every once in a while. So when they go around fighters or someone with some, you know, they're in the fight game, they're real giggity, and they're not confident when they're in front of you. So me being able to show them how to be technical and being able to relate with them, like relate to them, letting them know I'm still human. I'm just a fighter. Which you don't forget about I mean, it's easier said than done, but forget about what you see on the screen. Okay. That's not Peter. That's Peter, you know? Yeah. And so I really honestly think I actually help people's everyday lives through just training, right? Because they build a confidence in this.
Yes.
And they go home, man, even if they didn't have a great day or something, but they still have some type of, they go home with confidence, man. Maybe a confidence they didn't have before. So that's my way of trying to make someone feel better about themselves. Because at one point I didn't, you know, I was like in a very bad place, you know. So it's training actually put me to a place where I can actually take selfies. And I was cross-eyed for the longest, you know. I was not confident. I couldn't look. Oh yeah, man. I couldn't like this. I couldn't look at someone in the face. I don't want to be teased, you know.
What?
And then yeah, man. So it's no, it was bad. I would have to talk like this, you know. Like I would talk to my good eye, you know. It was I just no confidence. It was bad. So and I had to build that, and it wasn't easy. So if I can make someone else, if I can give them those tips and tricks that I didn't have, that I know works, because I'm confident now. Oh, dude, I feel great. I feel great. Even if they don't fight, but when they first meet you, they're like, oh my God, it's this fighter, right? But then after, when they start laughing and you can see them relax, then they started to open up. Then that feels amazing. When they can laugh with you. Like at first you bust a joke and they're like, but then, you know, like, yeah, they're really giggity. They don't, I mean, it might be funny, but they're still scared to laugh. You know, they don't, most people are intimidated by fighters, you know.
Well, so, you can see when they knock, you know, 7-0 and all their wins are knockouts. I mean, that's,
I empathize to the nth degree. But then I tell them that I get my eyebrows done. So
hey, I got mine, man. Hey, come on. Took care of these things, man. These caterpillars had to get cut.
Wow. All right, they got to get done, yeah. That's being mixed, man. I think being mixed, we're extra hairy. I think that's what I being mixed is being extra hairy, dude.
My lady Shalee was not letting me leave the house. She's like, nah, those caterpillars are coming off.
God, no. Like, no, bro. No. But yeah, it just makes me feel
like,
good.
You're out of there.
And I don't mean to sound selfish, you know, because it gives me endorphins to see someone else feel good, you know, but yo, dude, I mean, that's how I can give back. I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor, but I can teach someone how to throw a jab or throw a body kick. And then I can help them lose weight, which then really relates to feeling good, because then your health is on point, your blood is flowing right, you have a good adequate amount of water, and you're eating right, so you naturally just feel good. But then the mental comes when you start seeing the weight come off. Now they're posting selfies and stuff, and they're smiling when they show up to practice. Yeah, they know the sessions are going to suck, but they're smiling because, like, the first thing she said when she came up, and this is a true story, is like, look at my pants. And I said, yeah, because you're putting in the work. Now get in here. You're about to get your ass whooped again.
Yeah, you are.
And that's what they love, yo. And that's personal training. So for personal training, it's like.
And you do that at home. You do the personal training in the garage. And how can people get in contact if they live in the Killeen area? How do they get in contact to want to be a client? Like, what's the call?
Super easy, man. I train all day, and I don't have a real job. So if you hit me up on my cell phone, the only time I'm not able to be on my cell phone is when I'm training or anything. So social media, my name on social media is Peter James Stanonik V, or you can find me on Instagram as RONIN, _RONIN. And the reason why a lot of people don't understand what a RONIN is, I actually have it tattooed on my back. I've actually lived this lifestyle for a while, and I didn't know how to relate to it. Because I didn't grow up with my dad for a little bit, man. And I'm always been solo, but I've always felt like I'm a strong human being, man. Like I'm still here, and I've gone through a lot of stuff. So I've always felt like I'm just like a warrior. And a Ronin is a masterless samurai. So
Okay.
And right now I'm training in my gym, man, and I got to push myself. And so I just felt like that was it flowed with me, you know. So the Ronin, as a Ronin, and the Ronins look cool. Samurais and Ronins are awesome, dude. Just I love that whole lifestyle. Oh, that would have been cool.
What's the new video game that just came out about samurai?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I played one game. I wish I played more. Jesus.
Yeah.
But as a fighter, we don't make enough money to pay.
I hear you, man. You would be surprised, man. Like Kevin Holland.
Yeah.
Kevin Holland, who's fighting this weekend.
Yeah, he's killing it right now. Yeah.
Kevin, Jeffrey Neal, Justin Patterson, and Jin Yu Fry, who I interviewed her and her husband.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. So they on the couch. Yep.
Yeah, all four of them are gamers.
That have like
hardcore gamers, man.
Oh, see, that intimidates me. I don't. If you have a microphone and you have a gamer chair, I don't know if I'm on the same level as you. They are
up there, man.
Oh, like Twitch accounts type things.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't do that.
Yeah, they're gamers, man. Like legit.
I'm not trying to be embarrassed like that. I'm okay. Hey, I'm good.
Look, man. Back in the day, I was playing. What is that? Call of Duty.
Oh so yes, that's the only game I play right now. That's it.
I was playing Call of Duty online, and man, I got smoked by a 12-year-old in Brooklyn or something, man. And he was talking all kind of trash. I was running through the house in the I forgot what mode that was in. Mode. I'm running through the nuclear town or Nuketown.
Nuketown, yeah, that's a dope place.
He brought this roller, like an RC car with a bomb, and boom. I'm like, talking all this trash. I'm like, man, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm done. You're not gonna have me throw my controller. No. They'll make you they'll run you hot. Those little 11-year-olds will run you hot. And then they cuss and stuff because their parents in the other room not listening to them. Nah, you ain't finna cuss at me, little boy.
Yeah. These gamers are savage, man, and they're making money, man.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Yeah.
They make $1 million, make six figures, and they're like, 15. And I'm like, hey, man, do your thing. If that's your craft and that's your passion.
And if fighters can, because fighters don't make a lot of money, and you have to train X amount of times a day to stay at elite level.
Yes.
And that's the perfect way for fighters to make, if you are a gamer, try to go ahead and try to make a Twitch account and try to make some money that way. So on your breaks, when you come home from training, get on the game for 2-3 hours, make some money, and get back to training. That would be like an optimal way to make some side money, Oh, man, that'd be dope. That would be really dope.
The next time you fight, I'm thinking, man, for your fight shirts, if you put the Ronin on there, man. Yeah.
That'd be beautiful, bro.
How cool would that be, man?
Oh my gosh.
What if I don't want to say too much because I want everybody to take the idea, but if you did something like that and something with a samurai on the back or something.
Yo.
Yeah.
That would be fire. I would put like a V, put a V on the sleeves.
Okay.
Oh man.
That would be sick.
Man.
Maybe some slashes through there, like you took some damage. Uh-oh.
Come on, bro.
Uh-oh. You gotta sign
They
out.
gotta pay for these ideas now. Y'all, if you take these ideas, we're gonna copyright them after we get off this interview.
Yeah, we
so
are. Yeah, we are.
Okay? Don't be doing nothing like that. Get after you real quick.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, I've seen your leg kicks do the damage.
Yes, sir.
My liver can't take any more.
I can throw them too. I love throwing them, bro. I love throwing them.
Man, I know that we've had a great. Perfect. There he is.
Perfect.
Well, you know what, man? It's been a great time talking to you.
Absolutely, man. It was very good.
Thanks for kind of giving an insight on the struggles, the successes, and the advice on what it is to be a fighter.
Indeed.
How to progress and live that peaceful life, man. Live that gratifying life.
Yes, sir. Just keep it simple, really. Keep it simple. That's the best way to do it.
Right. Well, we're going to catch up.
Yes, sir.
After your seminar, we're going to catch up, talk how that went. And then whatever news comes when Glory makes that call, we're going to talk about and see what it feels like to be back.
Yeah, hell yeah. I would be very honored to come back, man. Thank you very much for your time, brother.
Yes, sir.
Perfect.